This is insane. I mean, this is something that's I certainly didn't expect it. When I got the offer to do ABC, and I've said this, and I said it on yesterday's show, so I don't want to, go off and just repeat myself too much. But I took it because it's an opportunity, and I find opportunities very hard to pass up. I like the idea of uh, taking an opportunity and taking it as far as you can. This to me, although some people look at it as really Sunday night, 8 o'clock on AM radio. Yeah, Sunday night, 8 o'clock on AM radio. That's how I see it. Yeah. And it's a great opportunity. And I expected it to be a foot in the door or a stepping stone that will lead to other really good things for me, my career, for radio in general, fans. I just thought a little longer than 48 hours. Silly me. I assumed maybe that would be in more, maybe weeks, not hours before that opportunity, that small opportunity, that nothing burger, as the Obster put it, would pay off and turn into something else, the next step, the wider audience, the bigger story, the bigger show. And here it is. Anthony Cumia Show will be syndicated nationwide. Another nothing burger, another show to snipe and talk shit about. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I will assure you, I am very, very happy with the way things have gone in just the short few weeks that this went from an inception, the suggestion of me doing this, and reading that I am now going to be syndicated nationwide. So, strange things, man. Strange world we live in. Just the absolute not knowing where your future will take you, what you're going to be doing. And again, I want to thank the people at ABC and the faith they have, the courage they have to put me on the air with so many, so much baggage, I guess. But I stuck to my guns, unapologetic, and just did what I know how to do. I came on here and did this show for 11 years after my firing, not expecting to even get a second glance from the traditional terrestrial radio. And what I'm seeing is that I think what's going on in the radio business is kind of comparable to what we see in this country. It got ridiculous for too long, the radio business. The firing of very talented people, the hiring at unbelievable numbers of people that aren't broadcasters. They're not good at doing it. And the muzzle that was put on anybody that was a bit controversial or wanted to do a personality-driven show that wasn't just like everything else. And that had kind of taken over the terrestrial radio landscape for quite some time. And they've seen the results of that, a dwindling audience, lower revenue, and people looking at radio like it's this thing of the past that shouldn't be on the roads anymore. A horse and buggy when you drive by in the old Model T and go, get that confounded beast off of our roads. So it seems maybe, I'm not counting any chickens or I'm not speculating any further than this. It's only been 48 hours. But I have given this some thought even before I had this gig. Uh, Everything goes in ebbs and flows, and things come back, things go away, and I think radio and other entertainment too is starting to look and go, I think we need to bring back entertainment, spontaneity, stuff that isn't just this nothingness, this bland nothingness that's just filling time on a whiteboard somewhere. What show is this? Don't know, don't care, but it's on for 2 hours in the mornings on Wednesday. You're like, oh, okay. Well, what do they do? Don't even know, don't care. They read the liners, they play the commercials, they say what we want them to say, and they don't say what we don't want them to say. And it just, to me, is no one wants to hear that. They want to hear something with a little life to it, maybe some levity, maybe some seriousness. Just something that sounds like a real person talking through the radio. So who knows? My hope is that because I was part of the radio landscape, the shock jock, the controversy, part of that thing that I think had something to do with the destruction of controversial talk radio, I would be honored if I could have anything to do, even a small part, of bringing that back to traditional broadcast radio. So, through the smart, the smarts of WABC, they saw it. They know me. Know what I do for a living. I'm talking about shock jocking. I'm talking about working for a living. But they know. They know I know how to get an audience. I am not a back patter on myself. I never talk myself up in this grandiose thing. But I think I'd be hard pressed to deny, even though it's me, that I know how to get listeners and I know how to hold on to an audience. And I think I speak very plainly and clearly as normal people speak. That's all I've ever known how to do, even back in the NEW days with O&A. I come from a blue-collar construction background. I think that helped me over the course of the years to stay connected to an audience, regardless of what I was doing, or even when I wasn't doing anything, when we were sitting out during NEW and in the time after I got fired from SiriusXM, staying connected was very important. And that doesn't change. That doesn't change with a job on broadcast radio, syndicated broadcast radio. I still will do a show that talks to everybody, that I can just carry on a conversation and not come off hokey or corny or above anybody, or talk in a way that, this is how a professional broadcaster is supposed to talk. Not insulting anyone's intelligence,